So if it wasn't already clear by the amount of content and how much I've talked about it before, both on here and on Firestorm, and if it wasn't obvious by the WrestleMania 40 hat, I'm a fan of professional wrestling. Also by the fact that, I now work for 2 different wrestling companies in South Australia. Cool fact. Commentary for one of the upcoming shows should be going up soon, by the way. Check that out. I guess I'll put it in the iCard somewhere whenever that comes up. Besides the point, I'm a wrestling fan. That's one thing you should know. And one thing that's synonymous with wrestling is entrances. It's music. It's the presentation of a character that you're about to watch enter a fight. And as of late, with WWE, wrestling music has definitely taken a downturn. Since 2020, a group known as Def Rebel, very ironic name, everyone points it out, have been creating the music for WWE after their previous music contractor group, CFO $, CFO Money, don't know. They ran into disputes, they ran into problems, and CFO were no longer employed to make music for WWE. Def Rebel was brought in. They started off doing okay, but then, very quickly, they started making crap. I can fully admit to that fact as well. I have watched a lot of WWE. I loved wrestling music. Wrestling music is one of the things that always gets me pumped. I reckon for the past 4, 5 years, however long I've been using Spotify properly, I have had WWE be at the top, which is almost embarrassing. But I like wrestling music, so it's fine for me. Wrestling music is great for multitude of reasons, and Def Rebel, I will admit, aren't so good. At least in comparison to CFO $, Jim Johnston, even AEW's Mikey Ruckus. All of them have bangers and all of them don't. But I am here to tell you that yes, while out of those 4, Def Rebel is probably the worst, but they aren't that bad. You see, one thing I've actually noticed is that Def Rebel are good in 2 aspects with some of their songs. Either when they're completely inspired and have proper direction to go, or when they're riffing off of a previous theme. You can tell because the first entrance theme I think was ever properly released. It's hard to tell because nowadays, WWE didn't used to do this, but nowadays, whenever a wrestler leaves WWE, they remove their entrance theme off of Spotify streaming services, which I don't understand why. That's stupid. But I still believe, because this was back in quarantine COVID times, the first theme song released was Dead Silent, or I believe at the time it was called Dead Silence, for Karrion Kross. And that theme bangs. It is a really great entrance. Have you seen the black and white as Karrion and Scarlett walk to the ring, and Scarlett's mouthing the words because she sang it, I believe? It is really good. And shortly after came The Rising for Seth Rollins, which his character at the time was almost like a cult leader sort of deal. And I remember he had Buddy Murphy as a disciple. Buddy Murphy literally had a theme called Disciple, which also bangs, but for different reasons. And it started off with a church choir vibe, and then it just got into a fairly generic beat, I will be honest. But that paved the way to what I believe is now called Visionary. It used to just be called The Vision, now it's called Visionary, which is Seth Rollins' current theme that everyone sings every Monday night. I'm getting a bit sick of it, but it plus his original theme of the second coming, I think it was, from CFO $, paved the way. because you can hear the influence that both of them had on Visionary. It paved the way to that amazing theme. So those are a few early examples of how Death Rebel can actually be good if they're given something. If they're actually given something to work with. Because if you notice, like, there's that one video of the Royal Rumble 2022 or 2023, I don't know which one, where Seth Rollins is looking down from the crowd. I believe it might have been 2023. No. I don't know. It was the one year where I think Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins were both the world champs. They were up in the skybox watching the Royal Rumble. And someone took fan footage of Seth Rollins. And even he, when the countdown ended, half the time, couldn't tell who was coming out. Because the music would play, it would be fairly generic, and then, like, a name would flash up on the screen, and then he would be like, oh, it's that guy. Which is a fair criticism. That is incredibly fair, because I would like to say, I think most of those guys he did that reaction for were the mid-card or the jobbers in WWE. Those guys have kind of got the low end, the short stick, the short end of the stick, if you will. So in saying all this, I want to do a really quick breakthrough, like, look through of Death Rebel's current catalog on Spotify, and I will literally, and as quick as I can, break down why a theme is good or bad if I have something to say on it, if I'm familiar with it. A lot of these themes, especially in the mid-2022 like sort of year, are from NXT, and I don't watch NXT, so I can't really tell you much about NXT. Dead Silent, Rising, I've already told you. Tokyo Shock, that song is literally just like a funky dance beat with the Japanese, like, train line, dun 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 dun. I remember when I heard that song, heard in Japan when we were boarding a train, the dun 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 dun. I literally played the beginning of this song. Listen to this. As soon as possible. That's just from a Japanese train line. So, funky beat, I personally think it's good. It could be used for any Japanese wrestler. That is unfortunately poor. Deliverance from Bailey, for Bailey, I think that is fairly generic at the time. What she was trying to do with her gimmick, it made sense then. Not good. Nana, now, the way Nana for Liv Morgan has evolved, she's had like 4 different iterations of the song, and I still think the original is the best because it emphasizes the more like catty nature of Liv Morgan and like how like in your face she is. I think it worked really well. Angel Garza, Herberto Carrillo, I know nothing about that. Rise of the Beast, I think this was generic as heck as well. Let's listen. Yeah, just... I hear this and I think that's like a trailer theme for an MCU movie or something. I don't know anything about that. Infamy, again, one thing I love as well is songs that evolve from each other. Infamy was a really good song for Damian Priest, but they made it even better when they made a new version for when he joined the Judgment Day. We will see it again very soon. To the Top, I'll put, like, well, actually, just quickly based on Infamy again, it's not hard to make a song for like a cool, edgy, dark character, and that was what Damian Priest simply was at the time. To the Top, Apollo Crews. Everyone makes fun of this one because of this opening. Apollo! Which kind of started a trend of just having random quotes or the person's name happening right at the start of songs, and it's a bad trend because it's one of those things, because then if you play the rest of the song, what about that screams Apollo Crews? Nothing about that screams Apollo Crews. See, when you think back to some of the more iconic themes that weren't sung by the wrestlers themselves. Like, because like John Cena's theme is iconic for many reasons, one of which being he sung it himself. Think about something like The Game. That song came to be, A, because of Triple H's love for Motorhead, and B, because of the quote he said to Jim Ross of like, these people come around and they want to play the game, I am the freaking game, or something like that. And that's how that quote turned into a full song. Thanks to, look, a full band like Motorhead helps, but as we know, later on, Rhea Ripley, Motionless in White. But they also had inspiration for that one as well. Let's just keep going quickly. Vengor Porti, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm really sorry. Dominic Mysterio, really good song for babyface Dominic Mysterio because it's a riff on Rey Mysterio's theme. Very similar. It yells Mysterio, and it has Spanish lyrics. I don't know what they are. Sorry. My way. I'm not talking about Shorty G. For the brand Pat McAfee. See, this is the epitome of generic random gibberish. It's just noises. Now, actually, I've heard a funny comparison for this song, but listen. That whole riff of da-na, 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 that's Bobby Lashley's old theme. That is literally Bobby Lashley's old theme. Is it? I wish it was still here. I might be able to find it on YouTube, maybe. Here it is, Dominance. It's literally this. Hold on. Not the intro bit, hold on. Here. It's literally the same thing. It's that, but more electronic. Nothing about that screams Pat McAfee. It's noises. It's literally just fucking noises. I don't know. Spitfire Warriors, nothing really inspired me about this either. They really did Kaden Carter dirty with a lot of her themes. I don't remember this one. Oh, look, okay. For like the mafia sort of vibe of the Hurt Business, this song made sense. Why is this song still on Spotify, actually? Okay, it's still generic and crap. It had like a mafia sort of vibe, and then it was just random noises. Why is the Hurt Business theme still on Spotify? That shit's normally taken down. Feel the Power... I saw Retribution and I laughed. Feel the Power is actually a fucking banger. Like, so far, out of all these songs, like, Dead Silent, good, The Rising, alright, Tokyo Shock, meh, Deliverance, meh, Nah, pretty good, I don't know any of them, Infamy, yeah, pretty good, to the, meh, yeah, Dominic's is alright, meh, fucking no, meh. Feel the Power, though, actual banger, because they got Wale and DJ Money. Maybe they made the hip-hop beat, and that was good. Good on Def Rebel for that. But Wale and DJ Money made it. Shut him down for Retribution. Not bad. Sort of shit. I definitely vibed to it for a while, but it had a theme behind it. It had an idea. It was okay. Blue Collar Solid. Ironically, a banger for Otis. They should have kept it. I wish they did. It's an unironic banger. You should go out of your way to listen to it. The Fury. Again, just a riff and a more spooky electronic version of Alexa Bliss's theme, which it in itself, through the CFO $ era, had its own evolution. It was like a really happy-go-lucky theme, and then it was the more serious, like, the shit sort of theme, and it was really good. And then they made, I don't know if there was one more, but then the Fury, and it's the beginning of her transformation to being influenced by the Fiend. I don't know. I remember Tresside not being too good. Get out of the way. What? Generic, nothing. There's nothing to it. I didn't like the WrestleMania theme. Now, To the Top Nigerian Royalty remix. It's the same thing with more drums. It didn't work for him as a heel. Like, the drums worked, not the lyrics, not the song. Breakout, I don't know anything about it. There's not, I don't think there's anything in it. Head of the Table. Head of the Table only works because of its mixture of the Truth Reigns, which was the Shield's theme before that. Plus, they were like, we need to make a theme that emphasizes being like a final boss in a video game. Because that's what Roman Reigns is. And they probably saw Sephiroth's theme and were like, just mix that in there. Without the prior influences, I don't think it would have been as good. But they did cook. They did indeed cook. In Your House, whatever. Warrior of the Sun. I like Warrior of the Sun for Saray. I don't know who Saray is. It's a good song, but it's just another Japanese sort of theme. I think the theme, though, because the way it kicks from, like, the more happy... I'll play a little bit of it. I think I'm just going to get copyrighted the fuck. What? Wrong song. It's not Breakout. It's Warrior of the Sun. So, it's all happy and cheery here. And, like, there's no... Like, it's actually really cool and groovy in a way. But then it fucking kicks you and says, nah, it's time to fight, motherfucker. Exactly. I like it. I think it sounds cool. But I think it worked because I think Saray was a character that had like a dual person. I didn't watch NXT. Again, I didn't watch NXT. I heard though Saray had like a double personality thing. So I might be hearing bullshit. But or she was like acted like a school kid and then could kick your ass. I don't know. Maybe I misheard things. It's all from the Coldaholic Wrestling podcast where I heard this. Might be wrong. Evil Is Mine. Fucking bullshit. Sucks. Spirit to Win. Meh. SummerSlam. Blah. Shake the Ground for Omos actually kind of slaps. But they changed it and made it way worse. Shake the Ground, though. Good theme. We don't talk about Dewdrop. Creed Brothers All Rise. I think this was generic as well. Oh, yeah. The Diamond Mine. That's... Okay, so... Another good thing. See that dun dun dun? That was a theme, like a motif used in all of the Diamond Mines theme. Remember the Diamond Mine? Wow. Yeah, I remember liking some of those themes, but they were all semi-generic as well. So now we're getting into the more generic shit, because these aren't main eventers. These aren't, like, big-time players. You've noticed most of the good themes have gone to the big-time players, the ones they have shit for. There's a reason for that, because they give more. They actually are told to give a fuck and are given things like for the big-time players. Omos is just big metaphorically, but they did have a lot of stock in him at the time. But who the fuck remembers Dante Chen? Like, even Sami Zayn, they did him dirty. Look, I like This Is It because I think it sounds cool. Still shit compared to his previous theme, but even his previous theme is just, again, something to sing along to. A lot of themes like Seth Rollins' current theme and Sami Zayn's old theme are just sing-alongs. That's why they're good. That's why people like them. Sinner. I liked Sinner for the gimmick they were trying to do at the time, Sinner was alright. By the way, I have been holding on to this fact for 4 years. They changed Sinner. They changed it. I know they did, because I have the old version of Sinner. I'm going to play it. I have the old version of Sinner, and I think one person talked about this in the YouTube re-upload, because there was a YouTube re-upload. So here's the old version of Sinner. It's very subtle. I don't give a fuck if I get this copyrighted. I'm playing it, because I've been holding on to this. Wait, where is it? Do I have it? Here, listen to this. It's subtle. This is the same. So this intro is going to be a little bit more drawn out. And then it goes for another build up. So that is the original. This is the new version. Very subtle. So this bit's the same. The build. It will start off the same. But then they needed a bit for him to pose. They needed a pause for that motherfucker to pose, and then fireworks, get into it. And the theme is a bit more like intense from here. I've been just holding on to that information. I'm glad there's YouTube uploads that have V1, because I don't care. They're both fine. For the gimmick at the time where he had the dual personality, that worked. It was fine. Bow Down, King Woods, good song for Mega Ran. They literally made it just so he had a custom theme for being King of the Ring. OG Austin Theory theme, generic. Talk to me, Arcade Bro. Banger! Because they just mix Red Theory with the high motif of bro. It was good. Combat remix. Combat. Generic. At the time, the remix version with the scream worked for like crazy Dakota Kai. She's not crazy anymore. So generic. Raid, Viking Raiders, like generic. Get Real, Solo Sokoa. I think it sounds good, but again, it's just a lot of generic noise. I Does It. I don't know. We're getting into generic territory again. Make 'Em Fall, like the two NXT 2.0 songs. Make 'Em Fall is okay, but it's NXT stuff. Who cares? Then we're back to just random NXT songs. Watch Me. Watch Me is a good evolution of Nana. I still prefer Nana. Then just random bullshit. Limb by Limb is a terrible version of Shayna Baszler's old theme. A-Town Down. Okay, here we go. A-Town Down and Heart Cold for Logan Paul. Both are actually pretty good. Both work well for the characters because they have lyrics. The instrumentals, whatever. The lyrics don't actually work and embody the character. It's funny. You add some lyrics, you add a bit of noise that sound like this envelops the aura of the character and it works. But see, that's the thing. I reckon like 30% of Def Rebel's catalog are actually bangers. But people refuse to acknowledge that. Like, they just look at Head of the Table and Visionary, and that's it. General Gunther. I remember Gunther's old theme. He had this for like 10 minutes. It had nothing to it. It was like the something in B minor, whatever minor. It was that influenced by that. So it worked for that, but whatever. I heard Assemble's okay. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's again generic noise, and that's the thing. I keep saying that's the thing. I need to stop saying that. With a lot of Death Rebel songs, they use the same instruments, the same like beats, the same drum loops, which a lot of artists are guilty of. I know, because I have a lot of musician friends that tell me as much, that they are guilty for using the same stuff because that's just like the area they're comfortable with. But when it comes to making themes for individuals, like music that represents an individual, it's not good to use those same repetitive points. So that's unfortunate for Death Rebel. Fight Me sucks. I hate Fight Me because it sounds like an... Okay, hold on. It's not good to assume. American. Alexa Bliss is American. She was born in Columbus, Ohio. Now, will you tell me something? Why does she sound Irish? And fight me. Why does it sound Irish? Am I crazy? I feel like they got an Irish singer. She's not Irish. And fight to me? Fight to me? Is that a dialect of America? It sounded Irish when I heard it. I don't know. I don't like the theme. It's very generic. They try to add lyrics. There's generic song, there's generic background music with good lyrics, there's generic music with shit lyrics. I'm trying to say all this because a lot of these songs do actually emphasize the character well, whether being good songs or not. Some of these are just good songs, but are semi-generic, but whatever. They're at least decent to loop and listen to. But 70% of these songs are just generic, random shit you can't identify wrestlers with. We're only midway through 2022. Prepare to Fight Gunther. Good because they added lyrics, but it had evolution. I reckon that's why mostly the good songs that Death Rebel can do are ones that I have a lot of previous influence for. Prepare to Fight Gunther, he had like Symphony in A minor. I don't remember what the name of the song was called. That, plus like the attempt before with General, and then you get his I'm going to fuck you up theme. You can just hear it, you can feel it, you can see it. Hearing this song, you can see him walking down with the fucking coat, with the belt around his fucking waist. He's gonna fucking murder you. You can hear it. That is a good theme. That is iconic. Now, Renegade! I wish... I like Renegade. No one likes Renegade. I liked Renegade. Maybe not as a theme for Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa. Good theme, though. Now, let's go back to something that is maybe considered generic. Generation of Jade, Cora Jade. Haven't heard this. What do we think?
Welcome to the generation of Jade.
Quote. Oh, God. Bad streamo. I guess it's unique. Why not? Demon in Your Dreams. Banger, because they got a different person to do it. I Am Danger. I'm at fault for listening to this more than I probably should have. It's just a spookier version of Catch Your Breath. Not even spookier. It's alright. Punishment. That is the version of Infamy. That is just a better version of that that they did for him, for Damian Priest. Trap Queen. Oh my god. Is this any better, Raquel? Bit of heritage sounds. Nah. Again, this is a movie trailer theme. Not good. Not good. Butch. I'm so sorry, Butch. We got the rage. It's Bailey's theme with lyrics. Not good. Hurricane Logan Paul sucks. Generic. Monster of All Monsters is just a version of Braun Strowman's old theme. Doesn't even sound that much better. Taking It All. Better theme for Solo Sikoa. Lyrics are good. Only can create that by having the influence of the Bloodline. If he didn't join the Bloodline, if he was still on NXT, he would still have Get Real. Bring the Fire, Brawling Brutes. They tried to copy Sheamus' theme and added bad lyrics to it. Emergence, the OC. I don't know why I still think this theme slaps, admittedly, but it's got nothing to it. Like, it just sounds kind of cool, semi-unique. Arrived, just a different version of his old song Arrival, Dexter Lumis. Whatever. Liv Gone Mad, the third version of Nana. It's still Nana. Look, it still got the same intro, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Why have they just evolved Liv Morgan's theme 4 times? So now this one is the Watch Me, but it's got there's some guitar riffs in there as well. Here we go. I don't understand why they have to just keep adding more to Liv Morgan's theme. It doesn't matter. Bet on yourself. It's not Rebel Heart. It will never be Rebel Heart. You are not Rebel Heart. You cannot replace Rebel Heart. And Bet on Yourself also had a version 1, just by the by. No, I'm not as fussed about that compared to Sinner. I did like version 1, because version 1 did try to sound a bit different, although it was generic. Version 2, they tried to replicate Rebel Heart more. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. See, this, the with the kind of that noise in the background, they didn't have that. It was the simple. I Am a really bad version of Hate. Oh, I miss Mia Yim's old theme. I miss Mia Yim. I don't see enough Mia Yim. You know what? She's Mitchin now. Fuck. That's a terrible name. I think she chose that for herself, or I don't know if she did. But Mitchin, I don't like Mitchin. But Mia Yim's theme. Oh my god, you need to listen to this. Yeah, this is a version with an extended intro, but this song from CFO $sign slaps. Very good. I enjoy that theme immense. I Am is a worse version of that. Listen to this. They try to go for the same, like, oh yeah, sick. So instead of HBRC, it's the I am. It's I swear the beat in the background's the same. I swear it's the same. I'm that, and they replaced it with I am. It's not as good. They tried. It's at least unique. They tried, but I'm still talking. We're only up to 2023, lads. I'll try and skip through. All Hail the Queen. I'm going to skip through some of the ones I don't know and go just talk about the ones I do know. This video's gone on for far too long. All Hail the Queen. Decent replacement for Charlotte's old theme. Not as good. Battle-tested Bronson Reed slaps just as a theme. But, like, because all they had to do was monster movie sounds with some guy singing. Like, that's all they did. It Is My Time, Dominic Mysterio. It's a funnier, like edgier version of his old theme. It's alright. You Can't Hide. Okay replacement for the future. I still prefer the future, but You Can't Hide from Asuka, still okay. Wickeder Ways. Bro, they fucked Candice LeRae's theme so badly. So, okay, I get another rant. When Johnny Gargano turned heel, he had a theme called, like, Coming Back for You. There was an instrumental version, which was only used on a few shows, which I thought was really cool, because it would, like, had the opening of Rebel Heart broke down into a more, like, aggressive rock background noise sort of deal. And I really liked it. Then they made Coming Back for You with lyrics, which slaps. It is a perfect heel theme because it has a perfect reflection of Rebel Heart, unlike the version of whatever they did before, which is just not as good. But yeah, Coming Back for You. And then Candice LeRae, when they made The Way, Candice LeRae had a theme with the same motif of the girl in the background going, I can't do it nearly as well. And that was really cool. Wickeder Ways is a shitter version of the song they made for Candice LeRae. But you might hear the... The intro is the same. What the fuck is that? They don't have the cheek. It's just random noises. It's shit. Not good. I hate that. Anyway, that's more random facts that I know. Love is Blind. I think they actually did an okay job with Love is Blind. They do okay with, like, either dramatic or creepy songs. Feared. I don't think that was good. Take Flight. You know why they made Take Flight? I'm pretty sure this is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. It's this one. So ignoring that. It's a cool riff, but it can be used for anyone. This. So, they made this, I think, because there was a brief period in time where I heard a few of Logan Paul's podcasts, when he was especially in WWE. And I think he literally said, I saw Seth Rollins' theme, and I wanted a theme that the fans could sing along with as well. That's what the is for. But everyone hates Logan Paul, so no one's singing with his theme. That's the only reason he has this theme. Heart Cold is still superior, because that's what you actually are, Logan. You're cold-hearted. I heard Mellow Don't Miss is okay. I don't know if it actually is. Hot Mess, they should have just used Downstate's version. Not Downstate's version. Downstate's song. They should have just used. Apparently, I think I heard it again, maybe in Matt Cardona, a podcast with Matt Cardona, maybe on Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Chelsea Green wanted to use Hot Mess by Downstate, but they didn't have the swaying rights like Cody Rhodes did, so they couldn't do that. So they made a different thing called Hot Mess, and it sucks. It's just not as good. So yeah, we're back to the being generic. Vega. Doesn't it just say Zelina Vega at the start? Am I wrong?
Zelina Vega.
So many of the songs fall into that. It's just name or quote followed by noise. Not noise that's relevant in any way. Born Animal. You fucked Tyler Bate. Just a worse version of Inaugural. I remember Inaugural from NXT UK. That theme slapped. Worst version of that. Cut Above the Rest. Originally called What You Get, Zoe Stark. Actually a banger. I actually think this is a banger because it has lyrics as well. So this has the intro where you can imagine her coming out to the ramp. And then Pyro walking down, badass, ready to fight. This harkens back to Attitude Era themes. That is an actually banger. Party All the Time. Actually, you know what? Not bad. It actually had a build up, I'm pretty sure. Is this the one where dun 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 dun? Is that this one?
5,
Yes, it is.
3,
Works well for their gimmick at the time. Katana Chance and Kid and Carter, or Casey Catanzaro. So many names. Welcome to LA, an actual banger. Like, they started to get on the bangers. They actually did. Briefly. And then they moved on. I said then a bunch of random NXT motherfuckers who don't... I don't know who Nathan... I think I've heard about Nathan Fraser, actually. Isn't he with Axiom? Yeah.
Never slow down.
I don't mind it, but it's still fairly nothing. Fairly whatever. Okay, the Usos themes. Oh boy. Get out of the way, chair. I have words. I have things to say about the Usos theme. I like them both. Everyone likes main event-ish because they fucking do that shit. You could have done that shit with their original tag team theme that had lyrics. Born a King is so funny because it's actually a really good song because it's just hip hop mixed with bloodline influence because you can hear the da 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 from Head of the Table in there. So again, it's just hip hop mixed with bloodline with lyrics saying I'm not in the bloodline anymore, even though he's still in the bloodline. Very funny. Main event-ish, just a singles version of their two theme. Really faithful recreation of their theme. Again, this just harkens back. Most of the songs that have been good are influenced by either being a main event superstar or just whatever you had before. Just tweaked. That's where Def Rebel excels. Creating original songs, not as much. Bad Apple, kill me. I hate it. I hate it. Sucks. Terrible. Bad Apple, boo. Boo. Bring back this old theme. About that time, see, I don't know about the influence of OTM. Sounds like a Grand Theft Auto 3 song, but it actually sounds pretty good. So I reckon they literally said, hey, you see the Grand Theft Auto soundtrack, and you just give us some of that, and that's what they did. We Want Smoke. Okay. Actual banger. I wish they remained heel just so I could hear We Want Smoke more. Actual banger. I listened to it personally. We Want Smoke by the Street Profits. Actual banger. Then we get back to be... Okay, look, here's some influence for you. Sacred, Ludwig Kaiser, just a different version of Gunther's theme. It's our moment, alright? We're gonna try and make DIY's old theme with lyrics. Not as good. The metal version, even the metal version, kind of not good. I will still listen to it. Reigning Warriors. Warriors was one of the first themes they actually made for the Kabuki Warriors. Then they re-released it when they formed up again. Again, it's good, but again, it's just Japanese noises. That's all it is. What of Ivy? Is this does this have the Diamond Mind intro? Hold on. Did they keep it? They didn't. It's just noise. You hear this, and like, imagine the Royal Rumble didn't have lights for 1 second. You hear this. And you're like, who the fuck is that? It's Ivy Nile? What? I don't know what the fuck's going on. Now we're back to just more generic stuff. Her No Quarter Catch Crew was shit. Glow, again, poorer version of Naomi's theme. The End Is Near is just a shitter version of Dead Silent. I swear. The Final Testament, man. They didn't need this intro. This intro just bores everyone to tears. Everyone's thinking at this point, oh fuck, we got a Final Testament match? Alright, get to it, Scarlett. Yeah, I know. Get to the ring, please. I want this match to end. Terrible. Oh yeah, back together again. They still use the coming back for you like humming motif in this song. I noticed it.
Impressive.
Dun dun. So it has the instrumental of coming back to you. Then here's the humming. All the way back to Johnny Gargano's theme. And they're using it for the previous members of The Way, I guess. So it makes sense. Still, holy shit. Also, Tony D'Angelo has had 4 different versions of, oh yeah, it's time to be Italian. Oh yeah, I like the mafia.
It's all about family. It's all about the business.
They've had 4 different versions of that, all evolving from each other, similar to Liv Morgan's, but I just don't care about it. Remember the name, not as good as version of his old theme. Oh, no way! I forgot about this song. Well, here we go, lads. Are you ready?
New Catch Republic!
It's so chic. New Catch Republic. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm hunching a lot. It's a long video. I'm sorry about that. My back hurts. Terrible. Rise for the Night. They tried to do something here for Damian Priest. Not as good. The version with the guitars is actually pretty good. Storm is Coming, meh. You Don't Want None? Not bad. I remember in my WrestleMania vlog, I heard they were debuting AJ Styles' new theme, and I remember commenting on it like, I wonder if it will grow on me. It grew on me. Not as bad. I heard a metal cover of it by Dr. A's, which slaps way harder. I just like rock and metal stuff more. But for a different version, a different take, it's okay. I think it works. MFT Tamatonga. No one calls him that. Stand Tall, they had a version of this previously. It's the same. It's an okay version of his Bruiserweight theme. Not as good. But it works. I Am Greatness, again, they just made Roman Reigns' theme more dramatic. Samoan Destroyer. I heard this was good. I forgot what my thoughts were on it. The Samoan influence. Like jungle noises, okay? And then generic beat. They didn't need the... They didn't need that. Jungle, it was just jungle noises. That's what you needed. He's a Samoan werewolf. He's fucking nuts. You just needed that. You didn't need the generic shit after that. Terrible. 10 Beats of the Bodhrán. Terrible. Written in my face is way better. Shit. The 5th version of Braun Breaker's theme, I'm not listening, Made Me Stronger, Sonya Deville. It was originally called Pride Fighter. I remember this. Heard something was going on in that image for Pride Fighter. But Made Me Stronger is pretty good, I reckon, actually. I really like it. Noises. The beast, I am a menace, I am the storm, I'm coming to get it. I actually do like that. I do, again, sometimes the lyric themes actually get me. They're pretty good. It's Our Moment, Metal, meh. American Made, meh. Julia, Here and Now, Giovanni Vinci, meh. Pure Fusion Collective. They re-released The Vision, even though the original version had millions of streams. Just that was a choice. Here it is, Rise for the Night, Kerry King. Now, awesome, aside from the fact, I swear they used AI art. Is that AI generated? If there is an artist, can you tell me? Just something about it gives me AI vibes. It might just be me, but it slaps. Okay, I don't know. Dark, edgy, awesome, sick. And then raise your fists. I'll do the cultaholic thing of bang bang. I'm not doing that. Not a good thing. Now we're up to the most recent stuff. It took an hour, but we got there. Sinister Samurai. The different version of the Rising Sun they did on SmackDown was good. I've heard it on YouTube. Again, it's just a different version of the Rising Sun. Then they decided we're going to go one step further, make it more Japanese and more creepy, of like, Dark Samurai. He's going to fucking kill ya. Good. Not too bad. So, the point of me reviewing their catalog, the point of me saying all this is that Def Rebel are not that bad when they are actually given something to work with. Most of it, yes, generic noise, same beats. It's not very unfortunate. When they're given something to work with, when they're actually given a bit of influence, they can do a good job. They are terrific at making covers. That's what you need them to do, and that's what they have been doing. Like, most of the songs that come out nowadays, like the new version of Naomi's theme, it's just a less good version of her old theme. Same with Asuka, same with Shinsuke, same with fucking everyone. It's just worse versions of their old themes because they don't want to use CFO Dollar songs anymore. Like, the only few CFO Dollar songs that have, like, remained are, like, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, because they had to bring it back after he turned face again. There will never be another Jim Johnston, but you need to find someone like a Jim Johnston. Someone that just gets it. Not people that aren't, like, not you called deaf. What the fuck was that? I thought about doing, like, a tier list of Def Rebel songs and then comparing it to a tier list of CFO Dollar songs. Don't know if I will. I thought I was going to make an edited down short 20-minute video talking about why Def Rebel aren't actually that bad, but now I'm here talking about how 70% of their songs are pretty generic and shit, but there's a few 30% in there which actually slaps. There's a few other Def Rebel songs which are lost to the ether. I think I mentioned all of them. Disciple, Murphy, I still listen to that. Hold on. I actually downloaded some of them illegally and then put them in my local files folder. Let me look at Def Rebel in here. Oh yeah, so Axe and Smash, Kyle O'Reilly, I thought it was good. Betting Yourself V1, thought it was alright. Born to Bring It, oh that's right, Keith Lee. Again, they just brought Keith Lee in and said, okay, look, we can't use the old version, can we just make a new song? And they said, sure. Coming Back for You, I miss Coming Back for You, really good. Yeah, Wicked Enchantment, this version that came out at the same time as Coming Back for You, actually a good theme. Simple, uses the same motifs. I didn't mind Thunder Boom. I know a lot of people hated it. I didn't mind it. I think there was two versions of Thunder Boom as well that mixed where the boom was. Rise from the Ashes, an actual good Ember Moon theme, even though it does say Ember Moon at the start, but I thought it was good. Yeah, but Disciple and Coming Back for You, these are the ones I do come back to. Coming Back for You. Winding Down Rebel Heart, nah, I'm a heel now. Actual banger. Anyway, give me your thoughts on Def Rebel. What are your favorite Def Rebel themes? What are your most hated? Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments. Def Rebel are not that bad when they are given something to work with. it's just a shame that most of the time they're not given anything to work with, and they're told, this is a guy, maybe he likes this music, this might be their nationality, do something. And then they're like, oh, fuck it, okay. And then it's just this garage band ass fucking theme. Anyway, I've been talking for nearly an hour. This video is about to hit over to an hour, but it's going to be edited shortly down, so it's going to be an hour. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Also, while you're here, by the way, if you've been watching all this way, buy a copy of my book, Protector, Volume 1. Volume 1 of my original English light novel series, The Protector. You will like it. Buy a copy of the book. Please. I need you to buy the copy of the book. Ebook, audio, fucking ebook and paperback. I'm planning on hopefully getting an audiobook out at the same time Volume 2, ebook and paperback come out. I think that's what I'm going to try and do. We shall see. Buy my book, subscribe, do all that jazz. If you want me to actually make a condensed version of this where I make a tier list of all my favorite wrestling themes, let me know. Of just wrestling themes in general, let me know. It would take a lot of work. Also, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to make another video which might take a while to come out. That's also music based. It might also be a little bit controversial. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. That'll be funny.